Hello YouTube, it's Joseph STEMIP guys, welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial we're going to continue where we left off in the last tutorial. As you remember, in the last tutorial we ran this application right here, and I'm going to run it now. And we were able to create this application in the past 3 tutorials. And it's running there now. And you've seen this before. In the first tutorial, first 2 tutorials, we created this port scanner. In the last tutorial, we created the AirPlay device scanner, and now we're going to be creating this guy, the Bluetooth scanner. So this is how it works. So as you can see, this is running on my physical device, on my Android. And it gives you the network information, very similar to the other 2. It lets you know that it's enabled in the green. You are able to hide info, show info, hide logs, show the logs. It's got the tab, bottom tab here for the port scanner, for the AirPlay, for the Bluetooth. And Chromecast is coming. That's just a placeholder. So that's what we have. But in this one, we're going to show you how to do the scan. So I'm going to hit scan. And it's going to scan the whole network. And as you can see, this is all the logs going in the background. And it's finding all the devices in my network. And it's identifying what they are, their MAC address, and all of that good stuff. These are the ones that it found. And as you can see, you can scroll to see all the devices that it found in my network. And I will go over them one by one. But it also allows you to go into the card itself by clicking on it, by tapping on it. And it tells you the vulnerabilities that it detected. It gives it a score, as you can see it right there. It tells you the signal strength in dBms. It makes a calculation of the dBm. Once it knows the dBms, it uses a formula that I will show you, and is able to calculate the distances of how far it is, how that device is, how far it is from the device, from my phone right now. So it gives a score to say how that device is, the vulnerability. Is it moderate? Moderate is bad, but it's not that bad. And then it tells you what the vulnerabilities are, and it gives you recommendations. For example, these are no-name device, and how malicious actors can use that to do whatever they're doing, right? And MAC spoofing and all of that. So it does it for each one. So I can show you another one. This one, and it will give you for 4 vulnerabilities. This is my laptop right there. As you can see, it's good, it's secure because it's a laptop. So if I expand it on it, I just expand on it, and it shows you the only one that vulnerability is for blueprinting, and it tells you, it recommends what to do. The worst one was this one, which is an Olympus Air camera, and I'm not surprised because that camera, the firmware hasn't been updated in a long time. So it finds 6 vulnerabilities, and it tells you what they are and how to mitigate. So it tells you how to the outdated firmware, the unencrypted communication, tracking, and all of that stuff. So that's what it does for each one. This is found. Oh, by the way, it also gives you the MAC address, because sometimes when you're doing further debugging, it's good to know what the MAC address, so that way you can confirm. And I will show you what I mean by that. But that's what this application does. It finds all the devices in your network Bluetooth devices. And if you know Wireshark cannot detect certain things. I mean, it can if you do in conjunction with other applications and other things that you could do. But there's an easier way to know how to detect traffic in your network. And before I go in there, let me just move here and let me show you something in my GitHub, because this is where we are right now. We finished the AirPlay scanner. We finished the port scanner. And now in this tutorial, we're doing this. As you can see, these files are very similar to the AirPlay. So I'm not gonna go in detail into each one, because as you can see, they're the same files. And I already went over in the last tutorial, I went over all of these files. And basically, I'm not reinventing the wheel, I'm reusing some of the same programming logic that we use for the AirPlay scanner, and we're using it for the Bluetooth scanner. That's why you can see they are the same names, because it's basically the same programming logic. The only thing that I did a little bit further, more in detail, I included a bigger database. So I included a lot more devices, because Bluetooth is everything, right? It's huge. There are so many devices, so I had to extend the database. I did a MAC address manufacturer, MAC-W database, and also a device database and some service identifiers. That is the only thing that I did differently from the AirPlay scanner. Vulnerabilities, I also same thing, and the vulnerability detector, we also used it on the AirPlay scanner. As you can see, where are they? They're right there. So that's what we're doing, and I will be showing you the code. Everything is in my GitHub page. This is what we did on phase 1. Phase 1 included the port scanner. Phase 2, the AirPlay scanner. And phase 3 is the Bluetooth scanner. That's what we're doing right now. And just to remind you, just in case, I created tags for these. If you can see them, where are they? Repositories, Simple Expo, and where are the tags? I don't see them. And the tags are here. As you can see, they're there. There are 4 tags. And the one is phase 1. This is all phase 1 tag, and then phase 2. And then I'm going to create this tag after I finish this tutorial. And you can watch, you can go there and you're gonna see phase 3. Actually, I'll do it after I finish this tutorial, and I'll put it up and you'll have another tag. So that's basically what we're going to do. So let's look at the code a little bit, but before that, let me just show you something in my GitHub that you might find useful. If you want to know a little bit more of what is going on under the hood with Bluetooth, like I said, Wireshark you can do certain things, but it's not as easy as just regular traffic for Bluetooth. It's a little bit more involved. But there's I created this document right here on my GitHub. It's called Bluetooth Markdown, and it talks about how to do a Bluetooth device analysis, whether it's a Mac or Linux or Windows. There might be different, but the programming logic will be the same. And you can identify Bluetooth devices and estimate the distance and all that. The way to do it, you just follow these commands, and you can actually capture Bluetooth locks. And I'm going to show you how to do this. This is this command. After you do all of this, you create your directory. You create a directory where to put the locks. You do these commands with administrative privileges. If you're in the Linux world or Mac, you just do the sudo pkill because you have to restart it, kill it, and then restart. And then once you do that, I already did all that. You open a terminal. Let me just clear this. Make it a little bit bigger so you can see. Now you just copy and paste these two commands. Just copy, and I will explain what's going on after I copy and paste it. Just copy and paste, and it's going to create a stream with these predicate flags. It's anything that has to do with subsystem. For in our case, it's going to be Apple because I'm using a Mac, and it's going to create an info timeout for 300 for the timeout, and then it's going to create a lock text. It's going to put everything into this Bluetooth lock text. And if I hit enter, it's starting to listen. So you can actually disconnect and connect a Bluetooth. I'm going to do that now. So we have some activity so you can see connection and disconnect it. 1 second. I disconnected it, and now I'm gonna connect it back on again. And now I'm going to stop the listening. And now if I list the file, it created this file right there. So you can see it's this file, he just created it. And now if I look at the contents of that file, this is all the traffic from Bluetooth in my network. And as you can see, because these are very similar to the ones that you're going to see in my application. And this is where it starts. It starts with the time stamp, 10 o'clock tonight. And then it tells you, well, let me find one that is easy to follow. I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and you can read my document in detail. I explain what's going on a lot in it. And let me just find a device. That's all of the stuff that just went in that less than a minute. That's how that's how fast and how extensive Bluetooth is doing work. I found one here. Let me see. So that's the device right there. This is the UID number for that device, and this is the MAC address for that device, and that's the name. It's an iPad, and it found that. It also found another device. This is another device, as you can see, different UID number, MAC address, name. This is a keyboard, a wireless keyboard that I use. If we keep looking, you're gonna find all the devices. I think that's the same one, Macaulay. So it's repeated because it's pairing, right? Because that's the device that I connected and disconnected. So it's going through all the pairing, as you can see. And AirPlay. This is all of that stuff that's going on under the hood. And all of this stuff, well, not all of it, some of it is being, this is where these application is getting all of this information. The DVM strength, you can see the DVM strength right here. Let's just get a device. I just had one. Let's just go back here. I'll show you where the DVM is coming from. And where is it? Frequency 2.4 gigahertz. Where is it? I just had it. I cannot get it now. I cannot find where the DVM is. You're gonna see a minus number with a DVM, and it's showing you how close it is. Oh my gosh. Let me do the other device, the other command. Let me just, oh, actually, this is DVM right there, RSSI. See it right there? That's minus 59 DVM. And that's where it's getting that distance from. That DVM, that's where it's coming from. Okay? That's a different device, but you get the idea. So it's oh, there they are. These are all RSSI values for different devices. So you can see 59, 56, 60, 55, 60, and they're just repeating the same ones. And it's giving you the how many gigahertz, and that's everything that is going through. But that's what the application is catching. And so you can see that's where all of that data, this is what's going on under the hood. I just wanted to show you where is it coming from, because you can find a lot of stuff about your network just by doing it. And like I said, this is in my GitHub. You can look at the code. Most of it is very similar, like I said, very similar to my other. It's very, very similar to my other that we did. So I don't want to repeat myself going over these files because we already went through them. The only ones that I haven't covered once, and it's just a device database stuff, are these like the device database, and there's just UID numbers and manufacturing stuff. As you can see, it's for Microsoft, it's just devices, and everybody's gonna have the Philips, this is Olympus camera, Fire TV, Amazon, Roku. I'm just going by stuff that I have in my own network, but your network is going to be different. Just you can go online or put it on ChatGPT, and you will get a lot of stuff online, because this is all data that is publicly available, and you can get that. And same thing here for the Mac. These are just the UID numbers and manufacturer numbers for their particular devices, and you can tweak it. You can make it as big as possible or whatever you need. But in my case, this is what I did for my own network. Each network is going to be different. Same thing with vulnerabilities, BlueJacking, BlueSnarfing, max spoofing, and mitigations. That's where all of that is coming from. And that's all in my GitHub, so you can go in there and look at it. But this is the end of this tutorial. If you like this tutorial, please click the like box, subscribe to my channel. I will see you next time with another tutorial. Take care.